So this weekend my boyfriend and I went to go visit his family. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw that we did a Costco haul. I thought I'd take you guys through some of the things I got. So the first thing I got in this haul were these Morningstar Veggie Patties. I've had these before, they're pretty reliable. They're ready to serve, you just need to heat them up in the microwave so you don't need to do any sort of cooking, which is nice because a lot of the things that Costco sells are like raw turkey patties or raw chicken patties and you need to heat them, so this is really great to have on hand if I just need to throw something in the microwave. Macros aren't the best for cutting, so one patty, which is pretty small, it's about this big I'd say. One patty is 3 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of protein. So 2 or 3 is probably a pretty good serving, but the fats are a little bit high on that. So it's great with ketchup, and I just eat them for any meal. So we also broke the box. It's not a reliable box. So if you're looking for a product with an awesome box, don't buy this. Next up, we got this package of fresh ground turkey, and so with this it actually came in a package of 4. This is each 1.25 pounds of 93.7 ground turkey. It's not ideal. I prefer to have 99% lean turkey just because it has fewer fats. For a 4-ounce serving, it's 22 grams of protein, 0 grams of carbs, and 8 grams of fat, and I prefer to have a little lower, but it does taste better to cook with if you're using something that's higher in fat. Unfortunately, my fat at the current moment is only 50, so I'll have to kind of reduce the amount of fats that I eat through other sources besides meat when I'm eating this. But this is definitely really nice to have. You guys know I have a freezer in my room. It's just behind the camera, so I can't point it out to you right now. But I do have a freezer in my room, and I'll freeze all of those except maybe one packet and go through that packet each week. This next thing that I got, Fiber One brownie bars. This is new to Costco. I've only seen these in the lemon bar flavor. These are probably one of my favorite things. You guys have seen me eat this in my full day of eating. If you haven't yet, go check that out. But these are definitely one of my favorite things to eat just because they're kind of soft. They're brownies. Obviously, they're not your mama's homemade brownies that are, you know, fresh and gooey chewy out of the oven. But they are really nice to have, whether you're cutting or bulking, just to have kind of a sweet treat at the end of your meal or maybe as part of a snack. Macros aren't too bad on this. 17 grams of carbs per bar, 5 of them are fiber, 1 gram of protein, and 3 grams of fat. So pretty good. I enjoy them. You can also crumple them up and throw them on your pancakes, which I've done before, and they kind of get melty and really yummy and delicious. But I personally really like this, and I'm really excited that they finally came out with a chocolate one because I eat about 1 a day. This is 38, so this should last me a little over a month. For a couple months now, I've been seeing Cellucor's Cinnamon Swirl protein powder in the 4-pound tub being sold at Costco for a pretty reasonable price. I believe it was like $40. Unfortunately, when we went to Costco this time, they weren't actually selling it. So I was really disappointed because I'm down to my last few scoops of Cellucor, and I always preferred to buy it in Costco or somewhere where it's relatively cheap because Cellucor is kind of one of those is kind of a more expensive brand. I didn't want to make another bodybuilding.com order just for protein powder, so I decided to get the Muscle Farm cookies and cream that they've been selling for I think a couple of years now. So I'm gonna try this out. I know a lot of people really like it. Personally, I use my cinnamon swirl to make pancakes with. So we'll see how this blends in for cookies and cream pancakes. I'll let you guys know how that works. But I'm definitely bummed that Costco's not actually selling the Cellucor cinnamon swirl because that is definitely something that's really nice to have when you're cooking or baking with protein powder. Cinnamon is just a really solid base. I almost prefer it to vanilla because it is a little bit sweeter and has a little bit more flavor in my opinion. But we will see how this guy goes. If anything, I have 65 servings of it, so that'll last me a little over 2 months. Hopefully I like it. I really hope I like it because I don't really drink my protein powders. I always have to bake it or cook it into something, which is kind of more high maintenance for me, but that's kind of how I prefer it. When I first started lifting, I bought the Optimum Nutrition Isolate Vanilla Whey from Costco, and I would just chug that after every workout, and it was so miserable, and I really don't like drinking my protein shakes. I'm really picky about that. So even the chocolate ones, even the really the better flavors, I'll mix into oatmeal or I'll mix into a pancake mix, and that'll just be my post-workout meal. So we'll see how this guy turns out with that. It'll probably be pretty good in oatmeal, but we will see, and I will keep you all posted. Up next, we have something I'm really excited for because I see it all over Instagram. Kodiak Power Cakes. Really excited about these. These are very high in protein for pancakes. The serving size is half a cup, so you probably mix half a cup of mix in half a cup of water. For half a cup of the pancake mix is 30 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, so that's pretty solid. Only 3 grams of sugar, which is pretty low for a pancake mix. 14 grams of protein and 2 grams of fat, so really great macros. It'll probably require me to put a little less of the actual whey into my pancakes when I'm making them, but I'm definitely really excited to try these out and hopefully get some awesome recipes out of these. And by recipes, I mean pancakes. I'm not very creative, sorry. Up next, oh, it's so heavy. Do you even lift? Yes, I lift. It was at a really awkward angle and you know, I'm just making excuses. I don't actually lift. So up next we have a 6-count package of almond milk, bodybuilding, IIFYM, flexible dieter staple. This is probably my favorite one because it's the only one I use, thereby making it my favorite. This is just the unsweetened almond breeze vanilla almond milk. I really like getting these at Costco because there are 6 little packages of them per container. The macros for these are pretty good if you're trying to find a milk substitute for anything. I wouldn't recommend drinking it by itself because it is much thinner. It doesn't really have that dairy flavor of milk. However, they're really good to, it's really good to have in recipes. So I always mix it into my casein hot cocoa, which is just a staple of mine to have right before bed, and I really enjoy it. When you have a really good casein and a really good cocoa powder, it's already thick enough where you kind of forget that it's almond milk, but you could definitely also eat it with cereal. I just like to eat cereal dry because I'm a really weird kid, you guys. I also really like these containers because you don't actually have to refrigerate them. You can just keep them on a shelf somewhere for X amount of weeks, however long you need to. You can just open each one of these, keep one of these in the fridge instead of a giant pack, keep the others on the shelves, and then as you go through each one, you can just replace that one in your fridge. Some of the almond milks you see that are cartoned need to be refrigerated. This one doesn't, so you can just keep it in your garage or in your closet if you live in a dorm like me. And the final thing I got at Costco, which I'm pretty excited about, this Seeds of Change quinoa and brown rice mix with garlic. These are just packets that you warm up in the microwave. The macros are for half of the packet, which is about 1 cup. They're just ready to go after about a minute in the microwave, which is really nice. I'm pretty excited to have that kind of convenience factor. For a cup, it's 47 grams of carbs, so a little higher on the carb side, but that's pretty typical for any rice or quinoa product. 6 grams of protein, only 3 grams of carbs, which is a little low, but good thing I have those Fiber One bars and pancakes. 3.5 grams of fat, so I'm excited to give these a try. One of the things I was looking for at Costco this time was frozen veggies or some sort of frozen side to just be able to heat up when I don't really have enough time to cook. If you guys have any recommendations for any sort of sides or just frozen, quick, ready-to-heat meals at Costco, please let me know, especially if they're macro-friendly. I know Costco has a lot of frozen, ready-to-eat stuff like taquitos and chimichangas that I would love to be able to devour. However, I am cutting and they're not particularly macro-friendly, so if you know of any awesome sides, frozen entrees, frozen meals, like big bags of frozen stuff, whether it's sides or ready-to-serve meat or vegetables, please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to try them out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little Costco grocery haul. I did record one from QFC, but the footage got deleted. I don't know where it is, so I hope you guys enjoyed this Costco grocery haul video. Please let me know if you guys have any recommendations for videos you'd like to see in the future from this channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe so you can keep updated on my progress and on some of these videos that I'm cranking out. And as always, don't stop growing. I'll see you guys later.